Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Myself Sahana HB, studying Computer Science and Engineering in SVCE. My USN ID is 1VE23CS147 and the subject is Introduction to Civil Engineering. Today, I am going to explain about the two topics, and the first topic is criteria for selection of landfill. Second topic is urban fluid control. Here, I am going to explain about the first topic, criteria for selection of landfill. First, we have to know about the meaning of the landfill. Landfill means the disposal of waste material by burying it, or especially as a method of filling in and reclaiming excavated pits, or a system of trash and garbage disposal in which the waste is buried between the layers of earth. There are 8 types of category of criteria for selection of landfill, and the first one is geology. Geology means a landfill should be located in areas with a low risk of groundwater contamination because the contamination of groundwater primarily depends upon the permeability and the depth of the landfill. Second criteria for selection of landfill is land use. In the site selection process, forests, vineyards, and gardens, as well as the agriculture areas, should not be included. On the other hand, stony and rocky areas are considered as one of the most suitable areas for the solid waste landfill site. Moving on to the next criteria, that is distance from surface waters. While selecting a landfill site, it should be noted that the distance of the site from the surface water is as far away as possible in order to avoid the contamination. And the next criteria is erosion. Areas having no risk of soil erosion must be considered as a landfill site, while areas having high and severe risk are considered as restricted. Moving on to the next slide. Next criteria is distance from fault zones. Areas closer to fault zones are considered as higher risk areas as it can contaminate the groundwater. Next is distance from cities. Solid waste landfill sites should not be located close to the people since they might cause different types of pollution. For this reason, landfill construction should be implemented far away from the cities. Next is distance from highways. The distance from the highways is significant in the sense of transport cost. The transport cost of the solid waste are increasing while moving away from the highways. However, being located on nearby the highways might cause odor and the related pollutions. For this reason, the moderate distance from the highways should be considered. And the next is slope. Slope is the basic criteria for landfill site selection. High slope areas are not suitable for landfill site due to construction costs and probable mass movement hazards. For these reasons, areas having lower slope degrees should be considered. These are the 8 types of category of criteria for selection of the landfill. And the second topic is urban flood control. Urban flooding describes the flooding of land or property within a constructed environment, especially in locations that are more densely inhabited like cities as a result of excessive rainfall that exceeds the capacity of drainage system. Urban flooding is significantly different from rural flooding as urbanization leads to developed catchments which increases the flood peaks from 18 to 8 times and volumes by up to 6 times. Consequently, urban flooding occurs very quickly due to faster flow times, which is in a matter of minutes. Urban areas are densely populated and people living in vulnerable areas suffer due to flooding, sometimes resulting in loss of life. It is not only the event of flooding, but the secondary effect of exposure to infection also has its toll in terms of human suffering, loss in life. Here I am going to explain about the causes of urban flood, and the main reason is global warming. The melting of snow, a change in climate and a heavy precipitation cause urban floods, and the next is lack of waste management system. An ineffective waste management system may cause clogged drainage and then as a consequences leads to urban flooding. And the next reason is higher rainfall. Next is storm surges and frequent depressions in open water, depleting groundwater tables. Heavy melting of snow causes flash floods in lower catchment areas. Climate change has disrupted the rainfall pattern. And the causes of urban flood in India are multifaceted. They include rapid urbanization, inadequate urban planning and infrastructure, encouragement of water bodies, blocked drainage system, improper solid waste management, and the climate change. And the other reasons for the cause of urban flood is faster flow. Floods occur in a matter of minutes due to the faster flow of water and paved surface, defective drainage system, and unauthorized construction, a lack of proper drainage system or below capacity sewage systems lead to urban flooding. The cause of urban flooding creates inconvenience and sometimes there are life threatening too. Urban heatlands have increased rainfall over urban areas, resulting in flooding. And the next reason is pollution of water bodies is choking up the pathways for excessive water to flow. Illegal mining activities in rivers deplete the natural bed, causing soil erosion and reducing the water retention capacity of the water body. Unplanned and uninformed release of water from dams causes deviation as the public does not get enough time to respond. The importance of flood governance is also not taken seriously by the administration. These are the reasons for the causes of the urban flooding. Moving on to the next slide. Here I am going to explain about the methods of controlling the urban flood. Raising roads and switching to more previous pavements can help drain water, limit runoff, and reduce flooding. Raised roads are often used in tandem with stormwater pumps to prevent water being diverted to homes and stores at lower elevation. Built away from floodplains and flood-prone areas, this is the best way to ensure less loss of life and property. The development of blue-green infrastructure will be effective in providing sustainable solutions to urban climate challenges. Better waste management should be ensured, like including rainwater harvesting in all infrastructure developments. Geospatial technology should be utilized for flood vulnerability mapping, which will aid in better planning for the development. Moving on to the next slide. The natural water bodies should be strictly distilled and maintained to ensure the free flow of excess water. Water bodies should be made clear of pollution and encroachment and drainage system should be regularly maintained. More awareness and education of residents are needed to make them known of the risk and responsibility of dwelling in flood-prone areas. These are the methods of controlling the urban floods. These are the criteria for the selection of landfill and controlling the urban flood. Thank you for watching the video.